Hey everyone, welcome back to the Blanket Boy channel, and today we're taking a look at the God of Thunder, the son of Odin, Marvel's Thor, from his appearance in Infinity War and Endgame. That's right, Good Small Company was the only company smart enough to realize that if they just added a few years of depression, you can get both versions in one. We'll get to it later. Also, this is going to be a short review because this Nendoroid comes with next to nothing. Yeah. Anyway, taking a look at the box, and it's a nice Endgame box design. It's pretty and looks cool, and that's about it. Getting him out of the box, and yeah, this is gonna be sad. He doesn't really come with anything, which is really disappointing. That's not to say that this is all bad, but it definitely doesn't help in terms of first impressions. The box is so big too, which puts even more pressure on all this empty space. Getting a closer look at the figure, and I must admit that this figure looks absolutely amazing. The sculpt and painting on Thor is wonderful. Good Smile proves yet again that they can take a Marvel character and shrink them down to a wonderfully adorable size. I especially love the contrast between his shiny silver arms and his matte black armor. One thing I have realized about this figure is how they went about his cape. Good Smile opted out of their usual ball joint cape design with this hinging design. This means that the cape won't break as easily as the other design, but articulation is greatly hindered. Getting to his expressions, and his first one is his Infinity War short hair look. The hair sculpt is the same as the Ragnarok version, so nothing new here. The hair sculpt is nice and all, but I think it's a bit cartoony. It's also not dark enough. Thor's hair in Infinity War is pretty dark. Now getting down to his expression, and it's alright. Does it look like Chris Hemsworth? I don't know. Kinda? It doesn't look exactly like Chris Hemsworth, although that's an impossible likeness to capture in this style. It's close enough for me. Moving on, and Thor's other two expressions go with his longer hair look from Endgame. This hair sculpt is quite beautiful, especially when compared to whatever this is. I love that it's a little blonder than the last one, and the attention to detail just looks a bit more impressive. His first expression is a pleasant smile for when he's a know-it-all. And I like the look of it, especially since in the movies, Thor has kind of become the comedic relief. Smiling heroes are always a plus for me. His other expression is an angry scream for when he's charging Thanos. A Valhalla-like scream is another great choice for Thor. The beard on both of these faces are really nice as well, so really no complaints here. I feel like he is missing a few face options though, especially a face with lightning eyes. That would have made up for the lack of other accessories. In fact, moving on to his accessories, and he's missing so much lightning. The God of Thunder has no lightning. It's so sad. Starting with his hands, and he's packaged with these fists. Then he has a pair of open hands. And finally he has a pair of grabbing hands for both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. And that's it. But to be completely fair, other Thor figures come with the same exact hands, so it's standard for this version of the character, I guess. Now, to turn Infinity War Thor into Endgame Thor, you're gonna have to feed him lots of food and alcohol. Or, conveniently, you split him in half and slide this bigger belly piece on. And yeah, this is the most ingenious thing about this figure. This took some creative problem solving, and I really appreciate that. And Fat Thor was a point of controversy, but honestly, if any superhero could pull it off, it's Thor. Like, can you imagine if Iron Man got fat? Actually, let's not think about that. Then he comes with both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, and these both look really cute. The sculpt is great and all, and I don't have a very strong opinion on them either way. They do the job. And nearing the end, he comes with a small lightning effect piece that can be placed on top of Stormbreaker to recreate this pose. This effect is cute and looks cool, but that's it? You're telling me the God of Thunder comes with one thunder effect? That's unfortunate. I understand the licensing for this figure must have been high since it's a Marvel character, but he costs so much for what feels like so little. DX is in the title and it barely feels like a standard release. The DX cap came with a whole other Captain America, and to me that was worth it, but Thor here, I'm not so sure. You have to pay the DX price to get his Endgame look, when it's advertised as Thor from Endgame, and that's just shady. Finally, he comes with a Nendoroid base and support arm, as well as two extra support arms to give the illusion that Stormbreaker are soaring through the sky, and an extra neck peg just in case yours breaks. So, what am I thinking? Well, I am confused on this one. On one hand, I think there is a solid figure in here somewhere. The sculpt and paint apps are wonderful and the quality is always fantastic, but on the other hand, it's not an amazing Nendoroid, and it's not really a great figure. I really think the whole costume was transformed into a cute chibi design, but the lack of accessories really hurts. It's not really worth it unless you really love Thor or Marvel, and sadly I do. It is sad because there's so much this could have come with to make it amazing, and worth the DX price. For starters, more lightning, like way more. Enough to cover his body and even some lightning ground effects. Maybe something like the Mafex lightning accessories. He also could have come with his big Lebowski look, or even just Nendoroid glasses to give him that hangover look. And finally, I think he could have come with a battle-damaged face. All in all, this figure is fine. It's not wonderful, but considering I like Marvel and Thor, I enjoy it at least. Since Thor is still in the MCU, it's very possible that we get a better looking Thor in the future, but for now, this is it. There's Ragnarok, but if you really want Thor looking like Thor, I think you're going to want to get this one. And it's tough because you shouldn't be paying what I paid for this. So just hold out and wait for it to be discounted, because I assume that these aren't selling as well as they wanted. This is one of the first times I've been disappointed recently, and I hope it's not a trend that continues with the superhero Nendoroids. Again, I do think that the Endgame Nendoroids were pushed out way too fast, so a lot of them don't feel complete. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's my review. If you liked this review, then maybe you can consider liking or even subscribing. It really helps the channel out. Stay tuned for the next review, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.